Hi Yogis and welcome. My name is Sara and I'll be guiding you through this brief Hatha course meant for all levels, all accessibilities. No props are needed in this class today. We are going to begin in a comfortable seat on your mat with a brief pranayama or breathing exercise just to help us connect and arrive here in our bodies today. The breathing exercise we're going to begin with is called Nadi Shodhana or alternate nostril breathing. So to begin, I like to use my pinky finger and thumb. We'll be using these to gently compress one side of our nostril at a time as we inhale and exhale. Also in this practice, I like to have my index finger and middle finger gently touching my forehead just for a bit more grounding, but that is optional. So to begin, we're going to inhale fully, and at the top of our inhale, we're going to gently compress our right nostril only, and then exhale through the left nostril. So to begin, inhale fully, compress gently your right nostril only as you exhale fully through the left. Keeping that right nostril compressed, inhale fully through the left nostril only. And at the top of this breath, switch sides, compressing only the left nostril, breathing out fully through the right. Breathe in fully through the right. At the top, switch sides, compressing the right. Breathe out. Inhale through the left. Compress the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. At the top, compress the right and exhale through the left. Continue to run through a few more rounds of this alternate nostril breathing at your own pace. Finish up one more round here. On your next full exhale, release and come back to just your standard breath, inhaling and exhaling. Your hands can come to your knees to rest, palms face up. If you're looking for more energy into your day, palm face down if you need some more grounding. Just take a few breaths here, maybe close down the eyes. Feel your sits bones rooted to the mat and then to the earth beneath you. Just breathe here. From here, begin to gently walk your right hand out toward the side, lifting through the left arm and arching up and over toward the right for a gentle side body stretch to begin to open up through the ribs and through the left side of your chest. Breathe. And exhale, come back to center, crawling the left fingers out. Let's move straight away to the other side. Rainbow your right hand up and over. Gently opening up through the right side. Great, come back up to center. And we're going to come into all fours. fours, tabletop pose, hands and knees. When you arrive, hips stacked over your knees, shoulders stacked over your wrist, pushing energetically into all 5 fingers to really flatten out through the back. Begin to check in with your core here, making sure it's supporting you even in this pose. From here, we'll move into a few rounds of cat-cow. On your inhale, drop your belly and lift your gaze. And exhale, tuck your chin to chest, really round through your spine here. Inhaling back, dropping the belly, lifting the chest. And exhale, round in. Move through a few more rounds of this, or listen to what your body feels like today. Maybe you start to sway side to side, getting a bit more stretch into the hips and side body. Just find what feels good. When you're ready, come back to a neutral tabletop pose and extend your right leg out long behind you, keeping the ball of the foot on the mat, and begin to rock back and forth to have a little calf stretch here. Let's check in with our core, lifting our right leg up gently off the mat. If that works for your practice today, you can always keep it lowered. And if it works for your practice today, to extend your left hand out long in front of you. Let's hold here. On your next exhale, bring your elbow to meet your knee, rounding in. Inhale back, arm and leg long. And exhale, let's round in once more, elbow to knee. And inhale, back out long. Bring your left hand back down to meet the mat and the ball of your right foot down. If it wasn't there already, begin to kickstand out through your left foot and roll so the sole of your right foot is completely flush on the mat, and begin to open up into a modified side plank. Right hand lifts to the sky. Maybe look up if that works for your neck today. Otherwise, you can continue to look down or just neutral. Bring that right hand up and overhead in line with your ear. For a long side body stretch, should feel great all the way down your right side. And exhale back to tabletop pose. Move through one round of cat-cow, just to neutralize through the spine. And let's move to the other side, this time extending our left leg long behind us, keeping the ball of the foot on the mat. Begin to gently rock back and forth into your calf stretch. If you did so on the other side, begin to lift through the leg up off the mat and extend your opposite arm forward, right arm forward. Left leg long out behind you. And exhale, begin to crunch in, elbow to knee. Inhale long. And exhale, crunch. Inhale long. And come back to your tabletop pose. Extending the left leg long out behind you once more. Begin to kickstand through your right knee. Bring the sole of the left foot flush on the mat as we open up into our modified side plank on the other side. Lifting our left hand to the sky, maybe looking up if that works for your neck. Begin to move your left hand up and overhead, bicep in line with the ear. Long side body stretch on the left. And exhale, come back to your tabletop pose. Now from here, begin to tuck through the toes and gently walk your hands back to sit on your heels. This is going to be an intense toe stretch, which is great for our feet. But if it's too much for you today, you can always modify and come back to sit just on your heels with your toes untucked. Otherwise, keep your toes tucked, and let's send our hands out in front of us. For eagle arms, you're going to wrap your right arm under your left. You can wrap once or twice. If this doesn't work for you today, you can always also cross your hands, at your elbows, and have your hands on your shoulders. Otherwise, right hand under left. Eagle arms, energetically pulling your palms away from your face and your shoulders up in line with your elbows, feeling a nice stretch through the back. Go ahead and release. Arms out straight again. Let's move to the other side. The left hand wraps under the right. You can wrap once, twice, or take the modification you did on the other side, lifting your elbows energetically away. Feeling the stretch through the back and the stretch in your toes. A few more seconds here. Exhale, release, back to tabletop pose. Maybe begin to tap through those toes just to get some fresh blood back in after that intense stretch. Great, and from here, begin to tuck through the toes again. We're going to set up for our first downward facing dog. Tuck through the toes, push through the balls of the feet, send your hips up to the sky. Hands out long in front of you, pushing energetically into your index finger and thumb. It's okay if there's a bend in your knees. That's actually preferred if it helps to straighten out through your back. So keep as much of a bend in your knees as you need to in order to feel long and strong through your spine and really rooted through your hands. From here, begin to look forward and gently walk yourselves to the top of the mat. Feet can be hip-width distance when you arrive. And just settle into a forward fold here, maybe grabbing opposite elbows, bending through the knees, releasing through the neck and head. Release your hands back down to the floor, and we're going to slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll up to standing. Take your time here. Your head is the last to arrive. When you do arrive, palms face forward, stand up tall. Feet can be hip-width distance still, or we can toe heel them together to touch. Tadasana, mountain pose. On your next inhale, lift your hands to the sky, interlacing your fingers, release your index fingers, and on your inhale, lift, and exhale, let's rainbow over to the right. Inhaling back to center, let's go to the other direction, rainbow over to the left. Inhale back to center, release your hands and swan dive all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to your shins or to your thighs, nice straight back. And exhale, fold. Now we're going to step our right leg back, setting up for a low lunge here. Bring your right knee to the mat. You want your left knee stacked over your left ankle. You can keep your fingers on the mat here for this low lunge. Just really start to feel into your body, feel into the stretch in your hip flexors here. Now on your next inhale, you're going to lift your hands to the sky, low lunge. And exhale, let's take a twist, left hand back, right hand forward. Inhale back, both arms lift. And exhale, bring both hands down to the mat. From here, we're going to settle back into half splits. Walk your fingers in line with your left knee, really active through your left toes. Inhale for a long, straight spine, and exhale, just fold over your left leg as far as what feels good in your body today. Breathe here, breathe into your hamstrings. Let's begin to walk our hands back forward, framing our front foot, step our front foot back into your tabletop pose. From here, we're going to send our hips up and back into downward facing dog. This time in our down dog, we're going to take a twist. Left hand comes to your right shin, maybe looking under your right shoulder. Release. Let's move to the other side. Right hand reaches toward your left shin, looking under your left shoulder. Release. Let's begin to walk slowly to the top of the mat yet again. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. On your next inhale, sweep your hands to the sky, palms connect, and exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale this time, stepping your left foot all the way to the back of the mat, lowering the left knee and settling into your low lunge, this time with your right foot forward, right knee stacked over the right ankle, fingers on the mat as you just start to feel into the stretch in your hip flexor on this side. On your next inhale, begin to lift your hands to the sky for low lunge. Exhale, take a twist, left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale, both hands lift, and exhale, both hands come back down to the mat. Taking our half splits on this side, begin to walk your hands back in line with your right knee, energetic through the right toes, toes facing up toward the sky. Inhale for a long straight spine and exhale to fold over your right leg. Great job, yogis. Begin to walk your hands forward. Come back into your tabletop pose. Let's extend the knees wide to the edges of our mat as we settle our hips back. Arms out long, forehead goes down to the mat for child's pose. An additional tricep stretch option in this pose. Bring your palms together to touch and bring your thumbs to touch the back of your neck. Breathe in here, long and deep. If your arms were overhead, you can extend them out long again and begin to walk yourself up to seated. We're going to come down to our sits bones, extending our left leg long out in front of us. Sole of the right foot comes to the inner edge of the left thigh. From here, we're going to lift both hands up to the sky before exhale, folding over our left leg. You can have a slight bend in your left knee here. Fingers can come to the mat on either side of your shin, to your ankle, or to your foot. Inhale back up, release. From here, we're going to move into a baby wild thing, as I like to call it. Swing your right hand so it is, swing your right hand behind you and then push into your right leg as you lift your left hand up and overhead, baby wild thing. Left leg is straight and strong. Left bicep by your ear. And exhale, come back down. Let's move to the other side, extending the right leg out long. Sole of the left foot comes to the inner edge of the right thigh. Inhale for a long straight spine, arms lift. And exhale, fold over your right leg. Inhale back up to center. Let's move to that baby wild thing on this side. This time, left hand comes to plant behind you. Push into your left leg and lift your hips up to the sky. Right hand is up and overhead. Bicep by the ear. Right leg long and straight out in front. Breathe here. And exhale, release. Great job, yogis. Now we're going to come and have both of our feet out together, knees bent. We're going to move into boat pose just for a few breaths before we come down to our back to end class today. So with your hands can be behind your thighs for extra support. Begin to lean back and lift through your shins, making sure to keep a nice straight spine. Your hands can stay where they are, or for an added challenge, you can extend your fingers toward your toes, boat pose. And exhale, release. We're going to make our way all the way down to our backs. When you arrive, bring your knees in, give them a squeeze, maybe rocking back and forth side to side to massage out through the low back. From here, keep your right knee in towards you and extend your left leg long on the mat, out in front. Keep your right knee pulling in toward your armpit and breathe. Let's move into a spinal twist. Exhale, bring your right knee over toward the left. Right arm can extend out long to the side and maybe look out toward your right fingertips. Inhale back to center, bring both knees in again, give them a squeeze. Let's move to the other side. Keep hold of your left knee this time as your right leg extends out long in front of you. Bring that left knee in toward your left armpit. And on your next exhale, bring that left knee all the way over toward the right, maybe extending your left arm out. And looking toward your left fingertips. Inhale, come back up to center. Bring both knees in once more. Give yourself a big squeeze this time. Grab for opposite elbows and maybe bring your forehead up to meet your knees. Squeeze. And exhale, release to your final resting pose of Shavasana. Legs out long, feet fall out wide. Arms out, palms face up. Maybe you begin to close down the eyes or just have a soft gaze. We'll take 2 breaths in and out together here to end class today. Inhale long through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Once more, inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. Nothing to do here, yogis, but to give yourself the gift of stillness. As always, yogis, I invite you to stay here in your resting pose for as long as your day allows. If you're ready to welcome the day back, begin to slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Maybe reaching arms up overhead, taking a long full body stretch before rolling over to rest on your right side in the fetal position, using your bicep as a pillow. I always like to ask myself here, with what energy would I like to return to the rest of my day? Begin to slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seat, keeping your eyes closed. Hands come to heart center. Take a breath in here and release. Thank yourself for taking this time for you to check in on your mat today. Thank you for joining me today. Be well. Namaste.